Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another discussion and debate. I'm your host, the horror connoisseur, and as always, I have my other two favorite compadres.
It's me with a new microphone.
Yay!
This is gonna be the first. This is gonna be the first time I listen to myself, so I could either cringe at my own voice or cringe at my own voice while hearing it peak. So yeah.
Amazing.
I'm Alex.
Soap. All right,
Yep.
well, but I guess before we jump into the main topic today, which is Bioware, there's some other things we would like to cover first that's been going on.
I should start because this is kind of like something I have a slight interest in. Remember that Bethesda buyout from Microsoft? The one that
Yeah.
people have been
Yeah.
basically the one that people have been basically making a big deal of. Yeah, well, apparently the deal has finally closed, and apparently, according to Todd Howard, for how much value his opinion provides, that acquisition is going to allow people to just prevent another Fallout 76 from happening. So
We should hold his word to. We're gonna hold him up to that. We're gonna see if that's true.
Yeah.
Because if we get another Fallout 76 situation, then that buyout was pointless.
Like Fallout 76 was totally cause of money. It wasn't related to like pushing the game out early or something.
Yeah. Or just, just not having the right team to develop it.
Or the right engine.
Oh my, that engine's so out of date. Fallout 4 already looks outdated. Now 76 even looks worse.
Well, completely disregarding how it looks, like just the fact that the engine isn't made for multiplayer to begin with. So
Yeah.
like they had to basically hack it together.
Oh, jeez. You get 16 times the lag and frustration.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, speaking of that, there's also going to be a few benefits from actually doing this deal. Like for example, we're even starting to see the benefits now. 20 games from Bethesda are basically now available on Xbox Game Pass, for example.
Yeah.
They
Nice.
literally just appear out of nowhere.
Wow, that's
Another
awesome.
perk that also happened was that Dishonored Definitive Edition, the Fallout games, and Prey were all boosted to 60 FPS in Xbox Series X and S.
Mm.
Oh,
Sweet.
dude, I can't. I just
Um,
recently got a new graphics card, and I am so been looking forward to try those. Prey is
the
the one
li-
I'm looking at.
and yeah, the list of games that got added to Xbox Game Pass, which also applies to every single one of every single one of them. Like the major benefit from the Molly's PC, but only by one title. It's going to be Dishonored 2, Doom 3D, Doom 64, Doom 2, Doom Eternal, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout Still Dawn, and like Fallout 76 Still Dawn,
Mm.
Rage 2, Morrowind, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, and The Evil Within, Wolfenstein, and yeah, all of those just came to the to Xbox Game Pass.
Damn.
Just
That
like
is
that.
that is substantial AF.
I am actually kind of jealous of Xbox players now.
I feel and yeah, that they also hinted that they will be doing exclusives,
Yeah, I heard about that.
and yeah, I
Is
mean,
there's only some of them. They say only some will be exclusives.
recently there was a round table with Phil Spencer, and he basically said that he can't sit there and say that every Bethesda game is exclusive now. There are contractual obligations that they are going to see through, but they have games that exist on other platforms, and they're going to keep supporting those games on the platforms that they're on. But if you're an Xbox customer, the thing that Phil Spencer wants you to know is that this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms like Game Pass. and that's the goal according to Spencer.
Yeah.
That distribute the game through Game Pass, such.
Mm.
Is there going to be like exclusives? I don't doubt it, but yeah,
I imagine if Bethesda was to make new IPs, those would probably be exclusives. But I think pre-existing games like Doom, Skyrim, and whatever, I think those will continue to be on PC,
I
Xbox,
think
and other consoles.
I think the most likely thing is that there will be timed exclusives.
Yeah, which
for
that's
example,
not,
they
which is a step up from being purely an exclusive.
and for example, Todd Howard just believes that because of this casting issues, Howard just basically saw it as as preventing another Fallout 76 from happening. I don't know. I don't know if that is actually going to help or not, but
I have no idea what they meant by that.
I don't know either because again, I think we already stated that it wasn't money; it was just rushing the game out too fast and having an engine that's not built for multiplayer. So it's kind of like it reminds me of like Anthem, where they tried using what was it? They tried using the Frostbite to
Yeah.
make a multiplayer game where the Frostbite's only meant for like single player games. And while yeah, it does do
Hey,
multiplayer,
hey,
but
Chris,
yo,
you want to know something ironic though?
what?
Fallout 76 is now kind of good, so in that regard, Fallout 76 is a bit bigger success story than Anthem is.
Really? After that train wreck?
Yeah.
Damn.
Fallout 76 is really playable now.
Oh.
I've played it recently and it's pretty fun actually. So
Well, I might
Yeah.
have to. I might have to give that game a shot eventually to see if that's true.
yeah, you should.
Yo, you kind of like cut out there for a second.
am I? Oh.
Like, yeah, you started talking and then quickly dipped out.
Oh, okay. Can I be heard now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you haven't read Alex's review. She pretty much put everything into. She pretty much talked about every single one of those improvements, even though I disagree with a lot of them.
Yeah, I actually don't visit much of the Bongo websites as much as I should.
Okay, let me say that the game isn't good, but it's playable.
It's playable. Okay, put that
Yeah.
put that in blurb on the box art.
Yeah.
It's playable.
It's a game now.
It's a game now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an experiment anymore. It's a game.
It's a game now. We
That's
did
that's
it.
the best I can say.
We did it, guys. We made it into a game.
Well
It
done.
can be fun though. It can be fun.
All right. So, all right, with that.
We did it. Do. Okay, so I got something else on my docket. Yeah, so closely related to what happened with what happened with Bioware. Let's talk about EA, its parent company.
Oh
Our
yeah.
favorite
No.
company.
Yeah.
It was in the game.
Yeah. Apparently, there's been a scandal with FIFA Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
Where basically EA employees have been found to have basically just sell card packs and certain legendary cards
Yeah.
from the FIFA Ultimate Team loot boxes.
Yeah, and honestly, this just shows how broken the system is. That if people have to go out of their way to spend thousands of dollars with someone who has from someone from the inside, so that way they're not spending more than than hundreds of thousands, chance to get those cards. That just shows how broken the system is.
Surprise mechanics.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So I want to preface my shit by saying I don't see gacha games or the gacha thing as bad as I used to see it before, because for one, Upper Omnia has managed to prove me how that system can actually work while actually being pro-consumer in some regards.
Mm.
But EA has really proven to be the fucking worst examples at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
Like they always have been like completely terrible, and I kind of like never really want, and I kind of always hated, I kind of always hated the fact that they never really disclose the odds, and not to mention that they actually make a lot of the super good cards are essentially impossible to get. Like the real irony of this situation is that the card packs that are sold in the quote unquote black market are basically sold at a much cheaper price
Yeah,
theoretically
that's what I was
than
saying.
the actual price you'll have to pay for the entire set.
Yeah, it's just yeah. So I think this should be like EA. Well, I doubt they're gonna do anything about it. I doubt it, but I wish they would.
Yeah.
And also,
I
it's
mean,
just
they released a statement saying that they were going to look into it, but
of course
Yeah,
when they
right.
get when news and stuff pops up about kids emptying their parents' bank accounts because they want to get a card on FIFA, nothing. But the moment word comes out that their monetization is in trouble, they're right on it.
Yeah.
Shows you
They
their
were-
priorities.
I don't think that it's more. I don't think that it's a matter of them having a monetization issue. It's more so about the fact that it's literally EA employees selling those goods, and that will basically stain the image of the company like even more than before.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a huge fucking issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, we don't have to worry about it because we don't play those games.
I don't play FIFA or
Yeah.
Does anyone play FIFA? I'm just curious.
I don't
the
think
only
anyone
the
on our
only
team
game
does.
the only game I play that has gacha mechanics is fucking Upper Omnia, and even then, I still think that game tries really hard not to be a gacha game. So fuck.
Yeah, that's good.
At the very least, that game is free to play, so you know what you're diving in.
If it is
so.
if it is free to play, then yeah, I can forgive it a bit. But yeah, you're releasing like $60 games with huge loot box mechanics and shit. So
Yeah.
greedy sons of bitches.
Right.
Speaking of Anthem,
Oh yeah, that game died recently, didn't it? Didn't EA pull the plug?
Yeah.
Weren't they like talking about like they're gonna totally revamp the game Anthem 2.0? That never happened.
That is never a guarantee.
and
That
then they
is
put like
never-
19 people working on it.
That is never a fucking guarantee.
Yeah.
I hope that the community realizes this. Just because they say a game is going to be fixed doesn't mean that it's actually going to happen.
Yeah.
They just said that. Like for example, for example, we saw this recently with Marvel's Avengers. They said that they were going to fix the game, and their idea of fixing the game is making the game even grindier.
Yes.
I had one searing question on my mind when they announced they were gonna quote unquote fix Anthem. Was like, well, how the fuck do you fix the story?
Yeah, like you can't fix that. That's forever broken. You can't
Yeah.
patch in a better story.
Yeah. So like, even if you add better loot mechanics and stuff, like, what difference does it make?
But-
The game's still trash.
And also, could they even fix the loading screens? I heard that was a huge issue.
I had that issue.
Yeah,
It was not fun.
the game would take like 2 centuries to load.
Yeah. I was like, it's just gonna take 2 weeks now.
I'm so happy I avoided that game like the plague.
hmm
Apparently, I'm not the only one who did it as well.
I mean, I just didn't buy the game because I don't trust EA at all.
Oh
so-
no, I don't trust them either.
And you probably didn't trust my review either, so.
Oh man.
Alex, just admit it. Like you already admitted it in your fucking article. You might as well just admit it here.
Yeah.
Like,
I was a total fangirl.
there we go. There we go. Now we have the fucking sauce we've been waiting for.
Yeah. I thought the game was really cool, and So that sort of made me like not want to admit that it was really broken.
Like this is basically when I met Alex for the first time before I actually became her her editor. It was in another outlet, but when I
Yeah.
met her, she was basically a kind of fangirl that basically just blinded herself to any criticism ever. I think the reason why that happened was because of the hatred she faced, because she likes Duke Nukem Forever, but
And Daikatana.
and Daikatana, yeah,
Mm.
but I was like, uh, dude, you're allowed to like a game, but that doesn't mean that doesn't mean it's going to, it's good or not. Like,
Mm.
just because you like a piece of trash doesn't mean it's not a piece of trash.
Yeah.
I was always known for being rough, and not even she like that. But at some point, she started to realize, oh right, this game sucks.
I warmed up to you though, so
Yeah. So I never really held it against her, and she became a better reviewer because of it. But but like I was saying before, blinding yourself to whether or not that game is good is in the end going to just hurt you. If you like the game, then you know what, more power to you. None of what I say matters, but you have to actually like the game, not like something just because you want to spy on somebody else who said
Yeah.
who said that you to rightfully just criticize something. You know?
yeah.
To me, yeah, like I agree with that mentality. Like I have a couple of games that I know that are bad. I know they're bad. They suck. But I still end up liking them because they have something about them. Maybe they have a
I
char.
fucking love Sonic 06.
Sonic 06 is a treasure, and nobody can convince me otherwise. So yeah,
Dude,
I'm with
I
you on
used to
that.
love that game when I was younger.
I know that it's trash. I know that it's trash. I know how much the story sucks, but I fucking love it because because for one, the level design is actually good.
Yeah.
And for two, the story is so fucking stupid and ridiculous that it goes back to being amazing.
It's one of those games that it gets so bad that it goes into being good.
Yes, that's why I actually kind of do like that game. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
the gameplay at times can be annoying. Like what? Like let's see here. What was those mock sections where Sonic runs super fast?
Dude. Just play any of the fucking ports to PC that fans are doing, and you'll see how great the level design for this game is. Because
I know. I actually did play a bit of it on the PC when I was working on another video, and I was like, you know what? This isn't bad. This is actually fun. Sure,
Yeah,
the story still sucks, but hey, the levels are fun.
Yeah, the problem with Sonic 06 was more on the fact that it kind of sucked it kind of sucked in terms of the gameplay and such because it was rushed for the anniversary celebration, which again I just wonder why in the name of fuck they gotta celebrate the anniversary celebration every 5 years.
Yeah, well, another problem they split the team in half. One team worked on a Wii version, like a Sonic game on the Wii. It's like something with the fire, something with the ring fire. I can't remember what it was called.
Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Yes, there we go. And the other half of the team would work on Sonic 06, and I believe that was the biggest problem.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Sonic 06, but that doesn't mean that I think that it's good. God damn it, that doesn't mean that it's a good game. So I still hate that mentality that Alex had when I met her, where she just thought, okay, I like it, therefore it's good. No, that's a toxic mindset to have.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because it basically just blinds you because. Yeah, it blinds you from it blinds you from any sort of objective thought that you could have in your mind. Like instead of ignoring the bad, you can actually just use the bad to build upon it and make something better. That's pretty much what it takes to make something good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
So back to Anthem.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so that game. The developers, Bioware. Not, prior to their history, I'm not a huge Bioware fan, but I am aware of their games. They made Mass Effect. They made Mass Effect. They made Star Wars: The Knight Republic. That one Star Wars game that was like MMO kind of ish RPG.
So the
It
Old
was
Republic.
it was basically Mass Effect, but Star Wars.
Yeah, that one. And they also what was another game they made Anthem, and they I feel like I'm missing a game. They made another game. I can't remember what it was called. Like Dragon Age. There we go. Dragon Age.
Dragon Age, and before that they also made a very legendary RPG on the PC.
Yeah, so you can tell these developers are very single player RPG experience and not multiplayer. They are not.
Yeah.
They are not into multiplayer developers. So asking
There
them to
There
make
are, there are there okay. There are other issues, and I'm going to leave Alex to explain them. Since she's pretty much the specialist of this shit rather than me. So
I
take it up.
I have my head pretty far down the shit when it comes to Bioware. So, in terms of Bioware's legacy, recently we've had Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem. Both of these games have been rushed, and the staff has been crunched to near breakdown levels.
She also liked Mass Effect Andromeda, for the record.
I still like Mass Effect Andromeda, but I hate the development of it, and I hate how rushed it feels. And there's a lot of it I don't like.
She stated that it was a good game, guys. Don't forget that.
Yeah, don't forget it. Hold it against me, please. So, what I learned from watching a video by Legacy Killer, also known as Michael, recently, was that a lot of the decisions that happened with Andromeda and Anthem weren't actually EA. Those were the leadership at BioWare, actually.
Yeah. Actually, that's actually pretty good subject to tackle on.
Yeah.
Like, people think that EA usually ruins everything, that EA's corporate decisions and mindset tend to ruin things.
And they have had a factor in that, but in this case, that's not.
In this case, BioWare was actually pretty cocky by themselves, and they actually were the ones that authored this whole shit. So yeah, take it away, Alex. Just take it away.
Yeah, they basically believed that in what they called BioWare magic. And that was the case, that anything they made would be like epic because they were BioWare.
But didn't they make a couple? I want to thought for a second. Didn't they make a couple blunders like before that? Like, wasn't like one of the Dragon Age games like ridiculed?
I don't know. I heard Inquisition didn't receive as much acclaim as the other ones, and that was pretty rushed as well and crunched heavily. But from what I've heard, it was received better than Andromeda.
Oh, that's something. Oh, well, anyways, continue.
Yeah.
I just want to bring that up real quick.
Yeah, but what I heard was that BioWare are to blame for what happened, and what's happened now is that BioWare isn't at all what BioWare used to be. Like, pretty much all the main developers and project directors have left BioWare now and gone on to other companies. So it's like it's not even BioWare anymore.
Yeah, so I think at this point, everyone should stop being super excited for their next games, because, yeah, everyone who made, the people who made the Mass Effect trilogy great, except for 3's ending, those people who made that are gone. It's
everyone who worked on Mass Effect 1, 2, and even 3 are gone from the company now. That means that Mass Effect 4 is going to have all new people working on it, and who knows what it's going to be like. Just
something that keeps boggling my mind. The whole story about Anthem, the development behind it, still like boggles my mind when it comes to it. For 4 years, and correct me if I'm wrong, it was first heard about that the game was in development for 6 years, but actually in reality, for 4 years of it, nothing of it was made. It was they didn't know what they were doing until E3, where they were shown a trailer, a made up trailer, where they're going like, oh shit, that's what we have to make?
Yeah.
Like, how could the leadership fuck up this much?
I know, right? So it was based on an idea that they had laying around, and what ended up happening was that they spent so much time conceptualizing it that by the time EA was or Bioware wanted like something to show for it, they made something to show, and then the team was like, they had to make the game based on the trailer. So it's almost exactly like Cyberpunk 2077, where they released like a fake gameplay demo, and the team was like, "Oh, we have to make that now."
Oh, shoot! Wow.
That's why Anthem and Cyberpunk are like almost identical in terms of development.
Yeah, definitely. It just like bothers me because why didn't EA step in for those 4 years of them bugger offing?
Because BioWare made the Mass Effect games, BioWare made the Dragon Age games. BioWare had earned EA's trust at this point. At this point, EA had no reason to not put all their trust in them, and that's what they did.
Right. The major problem is that basically EA didn't step in this time.
Yeah, that's the issue.
I can't believe I'm hearing that EA actually needed to step in and do something.
Yeah.
Actually interfere with their workers. That's actually the first I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's so ironic.
Most times it's like the other way around. The moment EA gets involved, the game goes to shit.
There are like some what do you call it, like what's the word?
Like they're well, okay. While you're trying to think that they already did step in recently on Dragon Age 4. Like I've heard news like Dragon Age 4 was supposed to be like another monetized live multiplayer game they're gonna do, but the failed Anthem made them go, no, scrap that, make a single player Dragon Age game.
It wasn't entirely Anthem though.
Absolutely. Anthem's failure basically made EA be like, you know what? Fuck that.
It wasn't just Anthem though.
Fuck the multiplayer.
It was also the success of the single player games in the Star Wars license. Like saw, okay, these single player games are actually doing better than our, massive multiplayer thing. So maybe we should do single player now.
Didn't they say like single player games are dead and everyone wanted multiplayer games?
Yeah, they said that.
Don't tell them. Shh. Don't.
They proved their own.
Just forget that ever happened.
They proved their own mentality wrong.
We all knew it would happen. They were like, "Yeah, no shit."
Oh, it's great. Oh, I love it. But doesn't mean that Dragon Age 4 is going to be any better, though. There's a good chance that Bioware could still screw it up.
Yeah. We still haven't seen any gameplay from it, and if there is gameplay footage, it's most likely going to be fake, so I'm just going to hold my breath.
Yeah, the only way I would ever believe gameplay now from EA if they released a full-fledged demo that you can download so you can play for yourself.
Yeah, that you can physically play, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like they used to do that. Like one of the games demos I downloaded for way back then was like Dead Space. Like, what happened to doing like demos? What happened to that?
They did it for Anthem.
They did?
Yeah.
Wow, I must have been really out of the loop.
It was a huge trash fire.
Oh man.
Like you had to sign up for it, and when you got like accepted into it, you had to deal with like huge lag issues and slowdown and extremely bad optimization and shit. And then the actual game released, and it wasn't any better. So
yeah, like it was so EA.
Oh, EA.
That was very EA, yeah.
Oh man, like, there's some like really dumb things that happen at Anthem. I can't believe that got passed. I heard this. I don't know if this is true, so correct me if I'm wrong again. That there was a feature where the weapons you get were randomized, the stats were randomized, and that there was times where you can get like a flamethrower that does 0 damage per second, and like has like 0 range or whatever. It was like how does like small stuff like this get in? How do you let that slide?
Right.
Yeah. That's something I expect from Borderlands.
Yeah, I never heard of such a thing. Getting a random item that gives you 0 damage per second.
Right?
Like, oh yeah, I'm so happy I got this ultra rare flamethrower that does 0 damage per second.
Whoa.
uh,
Yeah, I think everyone are extremely cautious about Bioware now and very uncertain about the future.
oh man.
Especially,
I mean, I want to ruin everyone's game yet again because again, people are going to know me as a guy who always fucking shits on everyone's day. But for fuck's sakes, dude, just why do people like bad things? That's what I'm wondering. Why do you have to make things hard for me?
Everyone has their own interests. There's something about Anthem that people liked. Maybe it was the jetpacks. Maybe they did like the story. I don't know.
I think there was one thing I liked about the game, and that was just the flying mechanic and how
See,
it made me feel like Iron Man.
Just riddle me that, Batman. Why in the name of fuck do people like bad games? I swear, just
Okay. Sometimes bad games can actually be a treasure to find. Have you heard of a game called Deadly Premonition?
Yes.
It is a bad game. Don't get me wrong. It's buggy. The audio sounds terrible. The environments at times are bland, and the story is ridiculous. But there's so much about the charm. It's like the Room of video games. You just love to see the train wreck. You just can't help it. Like, let me give you an example. There's a moment where you're playing as a detective and you're discussing about a woman who was brutally murdered. Like, her tongue was chopped off. She was left on the rain to die while she cried. Like, very, very messed up stuff. But in the background, you hear uplifting, happy whistle music.
I mean, Corpse Party also went the same route, especially with Blood Drive. So again, I'm not. I'm pretty sure that.
I think So I think to answer your question is, I think people love bad games when they're honest. They hate bad games that lie.
Yeah, but people like Anthem. We have a fucking rehabilitation case right here in front of us.
I gave Anthem an 8 out of 10, and people roasted me on Reddit for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
By any chance, can you bring up any of those roasts? I'm super curious to read that. Hold on, let me go to Google. I want to read that now.
Oh, no, I got roasted on Reddit for it.
So we have one rehabilitation case right here, and so you cannot tell me that people don't like that people don't like bad games when they're lied to, because it's clear that they actually do.
Okay. So in this case, I don't know then. I don't know why people are attracted to Anthem. Maybe it is just the jetpacks. Maybe they really love the jetpacks. Oh, okay. How about this? It's the closest we got to an actual Iron Man game. How's that?
Nah.
No, not good enough? Okay. I was trying to rationalize it.
Here's basically what I'm thinking, okay? Stop trusting the companies that say that we're going to get content or they're going to fix shit. If a game is shit, it's shit. You fucking got shit. And, it's 90 there's a 90% chance that it's going to stay shit. Yes, Final Fantasy XIV exists. Yes, and No Man's Sky exists.
Exception.
But those are exceptions to the rule. Yeah, those are exceptions to the rule, not a fucking
exception. That's the word I was trying to find.
So Okay, so with Final Fantasy XIV, they just flat out rebooted that. They just flat out rebooted it. And then with No Man's Sky, there was something to get latched onto. People did like the space exploration part when, exploring new planets and stuff. That was probably what kept people around. But yeah, when it comes to games like Anthem, I honestly don't know.
I don't think there will be anything that could get people back to playing it, to be honest.
No. They could claim they fixed like the gameplay look. They can claim they fixed the loot and the mission progression, but the story's too fucking stupid. And
the story's too stupid, and there's so much about that game that just doesn't work.
Yeah. Ugh. Oof. Makes me like what is Dragon Age 4 gonna be about? Like, I saw like a teaser trailer of it, but I still have no idea what it's about.
don't care. I don't care. It's Bioware. It's EA. I don't give a shit.
It's probably gonna be about dragons.
No, really?
No, really.
Fuck,
Just
dude.
making a wild guess here.
No, fuck, man. I thought it was gonna be about fairies and stuff.
I thought it was gonna be
Okay,
about.
Alex, I thought that you were a Bioware fan. What the fuck?
Dude, like you super dipped.
I've never played Dragon Age games.
You never played Dragon Age?
No.
Oh, I guess that explains. I guess you're a Bioware you're a Bioware fan, but in the sense of I played Mass Effect.
I played all 3 Mass Effect games and I defended the Mass Effect 3 ending somehow.
Somehow.
For a while. Yeah.
So you were successful
Fantastic.
for a bit.
We have another example of the Alex wall of garbage.
Yeah, for a while I was really defending the Mass Effect 3 ending with like, oh, how you basically got everything closed before that happened and how it...
Come on, Alex. Like there has to be something, anything that you didn't fucking.
I'm not done. I also claim people who criticized the ending just didn't get it.
Oh no.
God.
No, Alex.
Yeah, I went there.
Oh no, man. Never go full fanboy.
This is a fucking salvation. I was a fucking intervention. I hope that you guys know that.
Oh Jesus. Alright, good job, yo. You saved Alex from a world of wallowing in self
He is
garbage.
my personal Jesus.
Or self, well, yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I cannot believe what I'm hearing right now.
You must be like
some bad takes.
Okay.
Like how in the fuck did you go from
That's why I love talking about it, because it makes me feel good.
It makes you feel good, but it gives me a fucking aneurysm. That's what.
Yeah, exactly.
like you just have to wonder how the fuck did you get to that point?
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I guess that was just a stage of denial. You know, we become so invested into something.
It was extreme denial.
Yeah, extreme denial. Like, I've got a couple of cases where I played a game, and just because I liked, say, the character, I would still try to defend the game. Like, there's like one aspect of the game I like back then. Like,
there was some dude that basically just told me that I'm the Gordon Ramsay of the video game industry, and I wouldn't mind having that as a fucking thing.
You should wear it as a fucking badge of pride, because Gordon Ramsay is fucking badass.
I think. I mean, I like Kitchen Nightmares and much nothing else, but I mean, if I'm as rough as fucking Gordon Ramsay, then you know what? I'm gonna fucking take it with pride.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, take it with pride. If people are saying that, hey, if you're able to help Alex, maybe you can help other poor lost souls.
The thing is that Ramsay isn't an asshole. He's just brutally honest. So that fits.
But he's super nice to kids, though.
Well, don't they both fit this? Doesn't he just fit the same definition by extension? Because, you know, he is an asshole, but he also and screams a lot of swear words as well. So, you know, that's a thing.
You're basically the Gordon Ramsay of gaming.
I'm gonna take the fucking title with pride.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, you should. Well, anyways, back on the topic of BioWare here.
Yeah.
So what's it gonna take for BioWare to have the doghouse?
The what?
The doghouse. You know, everyone suspicious of them. They don't trust them. It's like, what do you have to do essentially to get everyone's trust again? Like,
I don't care.
All right, well, Alex, how about you?
I don't care. They already lost every single ounce of trust, in my opinion, and they should never, ever be trusted with anything ever again. Simple as that. Like,
BioWare is dead.
Like, in my opinion, if you can pretty much make, one mistake, but when that mistake literally involves screwing over millions of people, then you know what? Fuck that. You- that ship has already sailed. Like, okay, fine. They made Dragon Age 4. What if it turns out to be another fucking train wreck? Great, we have another train wreck, and
Yeah, honestly, if the new Dragon Age game does not live up to what they promise, I do think this could be the end of Bioware, just like other EA developers they had.
But in this case, it will be Bioware's own fault.
Yeah, it would be honestly be Bioware's own fault because at least
what I heard is that the people who worked at Bioware just got tired. Like they just felt like, okay, we're done now. They left the company.
well, it's kind
And
of
it wasn't because EA like forced them to. It was just because they didn't like it anymore.
I can't believe that I cannot blame EA for this. I cannot believe that I cannot blame EA for
honestly, I still can kind of because they after 4 years of like nothing popping up of them not communicating, EA should have been looking at them and go like, hey, do you guys have anything worked on? Because we need a new game for you guys soon. Like, why didn't EA? Well, because again, EA is what their boss, and so they should keep tracking of their employees and what they're doing.
Yeah, but like I said, they had all reason to trust them.
You are right. They had all reasons. Sadly,
I mean, they botched Mass Effect 3's ending and botched, as a result, the entire Mass Effect franchise because it was all leading up to that ending.
And honestly, after what was going on with Anthem, I heard stories that they were redoing levels designs so much that the employees were actually going into the closet and they would cry because they were under so much stress.
It was like
I wouldn't blame anyone for leaving Bioware after that. I wouldn't blame anyone.
And this basically goes back to the topic of how unethical the gaming industry is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Please do not look for work in the industry. If you want to look for work in the industry, you go somewhere else because
become an indie developer and make roguelike games.
No, fuck you, fuck you, okay, fuck you,
fuck you.
Oh my god, fuck off,
fuck off, please.
Come on, you left the door wide open for me. Come on.
I am so sick of roguelike games.
We will have to do discussion on that soon. We have to do discussion. All right, how about this? I'm gonna find.
No. The simple solution is don't fucking work in the industry. Simple as that. Don't.
Being serious here, you could be an indie developer. You can. That is honestly
the indie space is fucking saturated, man.
I'm just
forget
down for a second. Jesus Christ, hold on. Jesus, let me explain. Jeez.
Dude, okay, before you go there, like the fucking industry is already saturated as is. There's a lot of indie developers, indie games, AA companies that basically are competing with each other each minute. How the fuck are they going? How the fuck? Like, if it doesn't make itself a big name, it's going to be downright buried for eternity. Like for example, a game like Among Us was very fucking lucky that it got picked up a year after release. How the fuck are you telling people that they should go into the same fucking space? It's a fucking lottery in there.
Well, the game doesn't have to be huge to be successful. As long as it has a decent fan base, people like it, then it'll be fine. There's probably plenty of games, indie games.
It became a hit from nowhere. They were about to fucking make a second game to try to compensate.
Are you seriously calling Among Us fans decent people?
Oh, dude, honestly, no. But I'm just saying.
Look. The fandom is another thing entirely. I don't give a shit about that. What I care about is that the fucking success for Among Us came literally out of nowhere. They were the development team at Puffballs United was already planning on making a second game to move on from the first game. They were already planning to do that. And again, they if it wasn't for that success, they would have fucking done that. So again, why are you telling me that this is going to be a fucking thing that happens when you know that this is a rarity even for the developers themselves.
Dude, I'm not saying going to indie is going to make you successful automatically. Yeah, it's a risk. Doing anything with the gaming industry is a risk. You have to be.
But you have better chances than other industries. You have better chances than other industries. Simple as that.
You have to be willing to accept when you go into this. There's a chance that it's not going to blow up huge. You may not even make millions of fortunes from it. It's a risk. Sometimes you have to lose money to gain money.
Again, you have better chances at making money in any other industry.
But if everyone just stops going to the gaming industry, then what's left?
You guys want my take?
Sure.
Any person who wants to work on games shouldn't do it for the money. They should do it because it's a passion and because it's something they feel they need to make.
There you go.
What does that passion even translate to nowadays? Like, it doesn't. Like, for example, if you go for a AAA industry work, you will always be fucking crunched to death, and if not, you will fucking experience underpayment. So the AAA space is out of the question. And you're saying that, you know, this is a fucking and you're saying that this is a fucking thing that, you know, that should be considered as part of the job. Fuck that. You know, you don't like that supposed passion and shit like that is what fomented this fucking BioWare magic bullshit in the first place. So
can I finish, please?
Okay, finish.
You kind of interrupted me there. What I meant to say, what I was gonna say is that, sure, working in the AAA industry is not something I recommend, because happening there is that whatever passion you have, whatever creativity you have, is just going to be exploited, and you have no guarantee that you'll be remembered for working on a game. But what will happen is that you shouldn't care about money. You shouldn't care about what industry you're in. You should just do what you love to do, and don't give a damn if it's going to sell or not. Because, like you said, the indie market is so saturated these days, and you have no guarantee that whatever you're making is going to be huge or anything. So just do it because you need to, and don't do it to earn money. Don't do it like to make a huge success. Don't do it for that reason, because that just limits everything.
Again, I agree with this, but I agree with the fucking intent of the thing, but I don't agree with the fucking motive. Especially because, again, if the industry is already saturated as is, for example, and if it already is a problem with crunch and disposable employees and stuff like that, you know, why would you want to expose more people to this sort of working condition when it's not exactly the best choice they can make?
Yeah, exactly. And the reason these conditions are happening is because games are being rushed, because they want a game out to a certain timing. It's all driven by greed, and it's gotta stop.
Yeah, it does. It does sucks. I hate it, but what's going to be done? If everyone stops working in the game industry, then who's going to make games then?
That's what I'm saying. We shouldn't stop making games. We should just stop making games for money. It's that simple.
Yeah. But yeah, jeez. Let's say like all companies do this. Not all of them. It happens and it sucks. Yeah, I can list a couple of them that do suck. Like I know Bethesda was kind of bad about that. They were bad about that. Ubisoft.
They still are.
They still are, yeah. Ubisoft, definitely. Who else? EA, we all know. They are terrible when it comes to that. Naughty Dog is the worst, I believe, so far. Right along with Cyberpunk. Like,
why is Naughty Dog the worst?
Well, the thing is, have you not heard the story what happened development of Last of Us Part 2? They're overly crunching their employees to make that miserable fucking game. Like, 5 hours of that game could have been removed, and nothing would literally change. It would have been a better game. But no, they slaved away their employees to make a miserable fucking game that no one really wanted. That was a little tangent.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but it's just bound to happen. Crunch time is bound to happen sometimes. It's not the developer's fault. Most times it's not. It's just the higher ups pushing a game out too fast than it should be. Now, I don't know if Capcom's bad about this. I don't know if they are. I haven't heard any complaints from Capcom.
I'd love to hear how Capcom is bad.
Well, I do know they have a problem when it comes to. They usually have a problem when it comes to DLCs. I know that for a fact.
Okay, so it's not that they have an issue with DLCs. It's more so the problem that they admittedly just left behind. Like, for example, this was a problem in the days of Street Fighter V, but they essentially had problems like with releasing their games and basically being bare bones as fuck.
Like Resident Evil 3 Remake?
How dare you? How fucking dare you? Resident Evil 3 is good, goddammit. Shut the
original
fuck up.
The original is, not the remake.
No, the remake is also good. It's just not as feature complete as Resident Evil 2. Well, okay, fuck it. I suck. I just disproved myself. I just fucking disproved myself in my own fucking words. I cannot.
We are going a bit off topic here.
Yeah, we are. We're going to be off topic.
Yeah, the whole Bioware thing is indicative of the whole industry problem. Right
yeah,
now.
it's just a part of the bigger issue,
and obviously the reason Bioware is failing. The reason Bioware is failing is because of a bunch of burnout and
poor leadership and huge egos, and yeah.
I mean, look, I don't want to sound like I want this Bioware, but are you going to miss them if they already basically just let everybody just moved on? Are you going to miss it?
I won't miss it at all.
No, because they're not Bioware anymore. They've been dead.
They have died, pretty much.
So that's my question to basically end this whole topic on. Like, are you going to miss Bioware if they already all just left?
Nope. The best thing the people who left is maybe, besides, finding new work, start your own development team, maybe. I mean, heck, that's what
which they've done, by the way.
Yeah, that's like what the developer of Dead Space did. He just went out and was like, screw it. EA's not letting me do my vision. I'm going to go somewhere else and do it. Just don't stick with the team that's going to bring you down.
The only thing I want to end on is that we should preserve their games for the future so that younger generations can experience Baldur's Gate and Mass Effect and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic and see the good games they made.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What they should be remembered for. They shouldn't be remembered for Anthem or Andromeda. They should be remembered for those games.
Dude,
in my opinion.
Sadly, they're going to have to be remembered for Anthem because that needs to be a lesson learned.
Oh yeah, yeah, totally. I agree.
Yeah, as much as I would pretend that these games did not exist and their record is amazing, if we did that, then that only lead to more tragic garbage fires like Anthem.
Yeah.
And Avengers and whatever live service is coming out these days.
Yep.
At the very least, I'm seeing less and less live service games.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh.
Call it optimism, but I think that they're fucking finally starting to realize that you cannot just release a live service game and just
hope it works out. Anthem, it did not work. Fallout 76, maybe, I don't know. I mean,
you should play it.
I might check it out. I might. And then you have Marvel's Avengers, which by the looks of it is going down the same route as Anthem. It's going to die. And it's just, so if there's anything good Anthem did, is that it killed the live service mentality.
Let's hope so.
I really do. I'm getting really tired of hearing about this.
I I stopped trusting EA a while ago.
Oh yeah, I stopped trusting them. Same here. It's like they gave people every reason not to trust them, and it sucks because I do want to trust BioWare and EA when they say they're making the next best thing, but been burned a bit too many times.
That's it. We want to trust, and that's what they prey on.
Yeah. All right, so I think we should just wrap up the conversation here because I don't think there's anything else we can dive into.
Play Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate. I don't. I'm not really too big into RPGs. Like too big into RPGs.
Yeah. Don't go down that rabbit hole. You'll end up basically becoming a Trails of Cold Steel fan, and then everyone is going to be like, "What the fuck is Trails of Cold Steel fan? Like, what the fuck is Trails of Cold Steel?" And I will be heavily frustrated because nobody knows what Trails of Cold Steel even is.
Okay, at least play Mass Effect though.
No.
No.
Just don't play RPGs at all. Don't fall into this rabbit hole. They
Alex,
start with that.
You just reminded me of another controversy that happened. It's one of the most dumbest. The butt controversy. It's one of those dumbest ones ever.
That's not what I'm pissed about, but the remaster.
Yeah, the remaster, the Mass Effect remastered. Like there's gonna be like less butt shots. I remember
completely ignoring that. They changed the lighting entirely so that the atmosphere is completely different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the atmosphere in the screenshots just looks entirely different, and there's so much lens flare. Like it's just extreme amounts of lens flare.
I see they got J.J. Abrams on there.
Yeah. It's holy shit! It's gonna be a train wreck, and I'm gonna.
Oh, so you're expecting that game to be a train wreck?
Yeah, I'm gonna review it, and I'm gonna say what I mean about it.
All right, then that's something I'm gonna have to look forward to.
I mean, that has never really stopped her before, but
no, don't stop, Alex. Never stop.
I will never stop. I will go on.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that is the last thing. Now that is the last thing.
All
right. Well, that went. I believe that went well. A couple of tangents. No one lost their cool.
You.
I'm not going to say anything. I realized that I have to just let it ride and forget that you guys even exist. So.
Thank you.
All right. Well, what do you guys think? And the people reviewing this, what do you guys think of the whole things are going on? Bethesda being bought by Microsoft, EA's people selling card packs with FIFA, and Bioware as a whole. You guys excited for the next game, or are you just not interested? Leave it down in the comments section below. And catch you guys hopefully sometime soon.
See ya.
See ya.